Hi, good day. My name is Henny Geldnys, and today I'm going to show you guys ICBM Workgroup Detail View, or also known as Interactive Business Manager. Well, why Detail View? Well, this allows you to see all, and if you have the permissions, manipulate interactions in the specific queue. It's a very popular view because of the how much information it actually shows you in just one little view. You can look at your agents, you can look at queues, and I'm going to show you guys within Business Manager what it looks like. I'm going to take you over to the Business Manager now. All right, as you can see, we're in Business Manager, yeah. And to add a view, it's very simple. You're going to click on New. If you click on New, it just pops up the screen. If you just click on a little arrow down here, New, you have to click on View. But okay, so and then you're going to sort it by products, and you'll click on supervisor, and of course you're going to see all the supervisor views now that you can view at. So if you go down to the bottom list, you'll find all your workgroup ones. On top is all agent type of views. So let's go down here, there's workgroup detail view. Click on it. Okay. It's going to connect, and it's going to always come up with the first work group that's in the list. So if that's not the work group you want to look at, you want to need to go down to the work group that you want to have to look at in details. Okay. So then now that I'm in this view, the first view up here that you see is all work group statistics. So this is all stats about your work group. So you'll see total agents, logged in agents, available agents to take interactions, uh, and so on and so forth. It's just a lot of information here about your actual workgroup detail. Um, if you'll notice there's these little bars on top with a little arrow. If I click on that, it's going to take that view away, and it's going to show me all the other views I can see. At this point, I can only see Q statistics. If I look at Q statistics, this is all my period stats or my interval stats. So this is abandoned, answered, completed, abandoned, held, hold time, and it shows me this information per period. Current period means this half an hour. And by default, the system looks at a half an hour stats. When this half an hour is over, it's going to move these stats to previous half an hour, and I'm going to see the previous half an hour stats appear here, and now half an hour stats appear here. I also have two columns for shift time. So if I do work shifts, I will see current shift information and previous shift information. I can always take away any of these by right clicking in here and say add and remove statistics from here, and say I don't want to look at shifts because I don't want work shifts, so I remove those. Click on OK, and immediately it updates my screen for me. Notice that I know there's another view in here, but add those views, you can't come and click in here. You have to go into a view, right click in there, and now it says remove, add remove statistics. And here I have service levels, so I can look at my service levels for current, previous, whatever period. Again, let's say I don't want to work shifts, I remove those. Current period I want to add. So all I want to do is in which time frames my first. If I click on all, add them, and then now I have, if I go up here, I also now have a service level distribution for cumulatives. Cumulatives means from 0 to 1, 1 to 10, 10, 10 to 20, so and so on and so forth. So if I look at the stats, I'm going to see that stats in current period 1, 0 to 10 seconds, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, and so on for current period. I can also make this not a cumulative stats, but I can actually set it to a partial sum of, and it will just then show me the partial sum of, and of course I don't have stats for that now. And I can also add one for abandoned levels. Again, I have to be in a stat, right click, add remove statistics. Here's my abandoned ones, same thing. I don't want to look at shifts. I can remove my shifts, and I can add all my abandoned levels. Again, 0 to 10, 10 to 20, and so forth. So if I click on OK now and I go out here, I will also now have abandoned rates that I can look at in the same period stats. So that's all my statistics up here up on this level. Down on the bottom level, I have now a queue view. So what I'm going to see in my queue view is all the calls sitting in that queue for this work group. Okay, meaning all the live calls, queue calls. the ones that's been assigned to agents, the ones that's been answered by agents, the one that's been disconnected by. This is the actual queue I'm looking at. Now in my queue view, I of course have my column views the same as I have in any other view. I can also, in this view, I can actually add certain information I want to see about my queue views. I can look at ACD wait reason. Why is this call not being answered? There's a wait reason. Why is the call not being given to an agent? Might be because he doesn't have a skill, or there's no available agents, or whatever the case may be, why the call is just hanging in the queue. So if by right clicking in anywhere on the gray field, I can add any one of these queue columns to the view. Yeah, I can also remove, of course, any of these by unticking the box next to them. Underneath that is my membership. So if I click on members, this is where I'm going to see all my member stats. So this is all the stats about my users. What are they doing? How long have they been doing it? I can see their statuses. I can see they're logged in. I can see their actual time in status. Also from here, as a supervisor, if you have those rights, you can actually right click on one of these and actually change a user's status for them. Right click, change the user status, and I can actually change his status to a different status from here, chat times or whatever, as a supervisor. So that is workgroup detail view for business manager. It's very easy to add, and it's very easy to add and manipulate the stats in there if you have the permissions. So of course, stick around for some more just-in-time videos, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.